There are essentially three types of assignments in SAR-Topo. There's the line assignment, a buffer assignment, which is similar to a line, follow a trail, but also search 20 yards off of each side of the trail, and an area assignment, which says search all the streets or just grid search this entire area. We're going to look at all three of those types of assignments, how to create them efficiently, and then some additional things we can do with them. So first we're going to start with a line assignment. So I'm going to say new line assignment, and I'm going to start drawing first. Now I'm going to say I'm going to snap to OSM, which gives me these trails, and once I actually get on the line, there we go. Once I get on the line once, SAR-Topo will fill it in, the additional details for me. So I don't actually have to try to draw every corner. Now, if I double click, it stops creating the line and it shuts down my little dialog box. This is okay. So what I'm seeing down here under assignments now is the assignment I just drew, but because I didn't give it a name, it's just called NA. And I can go in and edit it. And I'll just call this actually I'm going to call it 1001. The first one being for the operational period, the second being for the assignment within the operation. I'm going to talk about letters later on. There's another way of naming and numbering assignments that might get used more often in mutual aid searches and extended searches where we've gone into multiple operational periods. But for just the technique of working with assignments, I'm just going to leave it with the number 1001 for now. As you see, I can go in and I can now, it's assignments, yes. I can add it to operational period 1. I can pick the type of assignment it is. I'll stay with ground for the moment. Team size, I'm going to say is 2. This is hasty. We're just going to send some people to run that trail. As a priority, it'll be medium. Responsive POD, yeah, we're going to say it's high. Unresponsive, yeah, it'll be medium. They'll see him if he's on the trail. And a clue POD, I'm going to leave it lone. And walk the Hewlett-Hornbeck trail to junction of California riding and hiking trail. Okay, preview efforts, none. Transportation, there's no pickup afterwards. That's going to be 1 hour. Primary frequency, CocoSAR 1. Secondary, CocoSAR 2. Prepared by moi. And I'm going to normally, well, right now, because I've put in all the information I need, I'm going to call this prepared. And I'm going to say OK. Now I have a prepared assignment. Okay, this is a line assignment. Okay, so next thing I want to create is a buffer assignment. And it's going to be a new buffer assignment. And I'm going to say 20 feet each side of the line. And I'm going to start here. And go to here. Now, a buffer assignment ultimately turns into an area assignment, even though it is called still a buffer assignment. It works and acts the same as an area because you actually are covering an area and not just a line. Okay. I'm going to fill in the details on this assignment in just a little bit, but one thing I want you to see is this assignment went in, its color is blue. It is a draft assignment, whereas the line assignment, because I filled in the details, I marked it as prepared, so it shows as a different color. Okay, I'm going to create two more assignments, area assignments. So let me create an area here, area assignment. And I've still got okay. And I'm going to create one more. Now in this one, what I want you to see is we're going to use a couple systems here for drawing our lines. Here I'm going to go on this track. No, I'm not. I'm going to go directly over to here. And I'm going to tell it to follow lines. And what this will do is once I attach it to the line of our earlier track, you can see it now follows our earlier buffer to make sure that there's no space missed, and it makes the line look a lot cleaner. I'll come over to here, to here, and then you see how it highlights again my first area assignment, and now it'll follow that line back. Okay, so having these assignments, the first one I actually filled it out by hand. I want to show you a slightly quicker way of doing things, however. I'm going to go into bulk operations. I'm going to select all of my assignments, and I'm going to say change the attributes. So now I can come in and I can update them all. I'm going to assume that they all have similar information. They're all medium. Clue PODs I'm going to assume is low no matter what. My frequencies, and that's not me typing that. That's actually something about the software that once I put caps on, the next thing wants to be a cap as well. And I'm going to make these all, since I'm still going to say that they're all draft. Okay, so now they're all back to draft mode. Okay, so I can update. Now this can save some time because I don't have to type in that information for each one. The other thing I wanted to show you then, I'm going to go back and change assignment 4, and I'm going to put it back in prepared, and I'm going to say OK. It'll change the color. And assignment 2, I'll go back in and fill it out. 1002 grid search the cemetery. And now number 2 is ready, so I'm going to move it to prepared status as well. So you can see when we're doing display settings, if we check by status, we can see which ones have been prepared, which ones are ready to hand out. Another thing we can do is just look at them by operational period. These are all OP1 assignments, so we can look at them in that format. If we had any dog assignments or air assignments, we could change the color on that. So let's go do that. Let's take assignment number 3, and instead of being a ground assignment, it's now going to be a trailing dog assignment. Actually, an area dog assignment would be better. If I make it an HRD, human remains assignment, that would be interesting in the cemetery. Okay, so now you can see again, they get colored differently. In this case, because I'm looking at them by the type, resource type, they get colored. Or again, I can check back by status, and the colors change. Okay, this is what I want you to see then about assignments. Now, if we can train the team accordingly, what I would like to be able to do is when people go out on a search, when they start their assignment and they leave CP and they call communications and say, hey, I'm now assignment 1001, and I'm starting my assignment, we would have communications hopefully update this to in progress, and you can see the color changes again. So now somebody can look at these assignments, and just by color alone, they can see the status, which ones have been sent out, which ones are prepared, which ones are still in draft mode. So, okay, this is what I want to show you then about assignments.